Welcome back, guys, to DreamHack Winter 2012. We're about to jump into our next game. It's going to be Thorzain versus Hero.
My hairs are looking all funky, Ben.
Mine?
No. Well, yours is always looking
My
funky.
hair is like, I don't know what's going on up here, dude.
I think one day, Ben, I'm going to be able to count the hairs on your forehead. I'm
It
sorry I'm teasing you about your hair again.
I think I'm just going to shave it, dude.
Yeah, you
I
look
think
good.
it's time.
You saw that video when what you did, like at DreamHack Winter? No, was it? Yeah, DreamHack Winter last year, no? Or was it summer?
Winter last year, yes.
Yeah, like you look good with the shaved hair. I think it was good.
I think I'm just going to just...
It's not bad at all. Anyways, guys.
I'll be bald for the NASL final.
Wow, that's early. I'm going to get a tattoo soon, Ben.
Yeah?
Yes.
So
And
are you going to get my name tattooed on your arm?
I actually was talking with Blink today, and I said, Blink, you know what we should do at Home Circuit Cup? You, me, and Ilya should all get like hardship tattoos, like best friends forever. And he's like, yeah, that's a great idea. I was like, I don't know about that, Blink.
Bling is down for whatever,
Yeah,
man.
Blink, but Blink is so much fun.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. Love Bling.
Oh.
Love Bling's mom, Karen, if you're watching. Shout out to you.
Yes,
She always tweets us when we go live.
Yes, he's awesome. She's like the most supportive esports mom of all time. She deserves an award.
You've got a
My
pretty supportive esports
My mom tried to be a supportive esports mom.
She is a supportive
She
esports
got as
mom.
far as following Idra on Twitter, and Idra followed her mom back. Boom.
Whoa.
It's really cool because Greg follows like nobody.
He's got like 4 followers,
yeah,
man.
yeah, Greg follows like 10 people. One of them is my mom.
Guys, we're going to be starting Thorzain versus Hero. As soon as Thorzain confirms that he's here, I asked if he was ready, but he hasn't responded, so...
He just had a pretty long series, man. I'm sure a lot of people saw it on stream number 1 as well. Thorzain against Naniwa. Certainly game 2 of Cloud Kingdom was nuts. It looked so good for Nani. Nani was in an excellent position. But Nani had a problem with one fight. Is a problem that I have also often against really good Terran players, is that when it gets to that super late game, the ghost count gets super high, and it's so hard to keep observers in place. And the moment your observers get sniped by Vikings, you just don't have any detection anymore, and this is crucial. Now, we saw Hero against 4GG. I cannot imagine that Thorzain saw that series, as Thorzain was busy. Hero was aggressive, and Hero wouldn't even let it go to that stage of the game. If Hero is going to play anything like he did against 4GG, he's going to do against Thorzain right now, we're going to see completely different games for Thorzain.
Sorry, I was just thinking about something.
Yeah?
Do players get the Observer sight range upgrade ever?
Observers sight range?
So they can see farther?
Observers?
Yeah.
Where is that upgrade?
Is that upgrade not in the game anymore? They had it in Brood War, is why I'm asking. Dude, I don't play Protoss.
Yeah, they do get the upgrade where the
For the
observers can
speed.
shoot like nuclear missiles. all
Oh,
around
shut
the
up,
map.
man.
That's a really
Is
good
that
one.
upgrade really not in the game? I have to check this now.
Yeah, they do get the upgrade where you can like go mind control the ghost.
If this upgrade exists, I'm gonna make so much fun
Yes,
of you.
Ben, I've been playing Protoss since day 1, and there is this upgrade which I've never used, even though it sounds really, really good and it exists. No, Ben, that upgrade is actually not in the game. I'm sorry I'm making fun of you right now. I'm sure you can tease me about something on Zerg I did not know. But, no. There is an Observer Speed upgrade, as you know. That's a very good upgrade.
Range. The observers. Alright, it's not an observer. You're right. Gravitic Boosters is the only upgrade for StarCraft 2.
Ah.
I was curious.
I am right. After like 10,000 games of Protoss, I know my race.
I mean, I wasn't arguing with you. I was
I know.
asking a question.
I know, I just found it a funny question. Hero is ready, guys. Thorzain is not ready yet. You know, that kind of stuff, man. Like sometimes I wonder stuff on cast, which I would never wonder off cast. This is like not like an excuse for all casters out there who make a mistake every now and then, even though it is sort of. But it's like sometimes you wonder about something which you would always know off cast, but then on cast, and then you watch the VOD of yourself just to see if anything could be better. And it's like, oh my god, this guy doesn't know anything about the game, and that guy's me.
I mean, I watched Brood War for years, man, and I played Protoss in Brood War, and the observer sight range upgrade.
You played Protoss in Brood War.
You knew this.
No, I thought you were Zerg.
I've
Oh no,
said-
you told me you were not good enough for Zerg, so you played Protoss.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But the observer sight range upgrade was a really awesome upgrade because for the same reason that I was going to ask this next question, you often get your observer sniped. So if you can see farther, you can leave it further away from the battle, and you can see more. And so I was just like wondering.
Thorzain is in the lobby right now, Ben, but he's not ready yet. Of course, that makes a lot of sense, but something I've said also often, what I think is absolutely crucial late game PvT, and something that, well, I didn't see anything about Nani versus Thorzain because we were casting the other series, but I think it's super crucial that you have cannon points to fall back on, like having pylons, having cannons. If you have that much money, you need cannons around the map, so in case your observers do get sniped, you won't lose your entire army against 10 to 12 or 14 ghosts, because ghosts are ridiculously strong. When there is no observer around, you'd be surprised. They even kill Colossus pretty quickly in a big group of
Yeah,
ghosts.
man, cloaked ghost just kind of walk underneath the.
Yeah, and like it doesn't look very powerful. The sound is not very powerful, but you see like the HP dropping of everything and EMPs hitting and stuff. So I think it's crucial late game PvT, if you can afford it, that you have sort of checkpoints to fall back on. Having a pylon, having a couple of cannons, so
Yeah,
you
I
will
like that.
always have detection.
I like that. I think Sokka was one of the first guys that I ever saw doing that.
Yeah.
And he was doing it years ago.
Remember that he did that back then against Thorzain at the European Blizzard
Shakuras
Invitational.
Plateau.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it's super important because you just see these Terran players, they are good in sniping observers. Anyway, guys, we are ready for the second series in group number D. Liquid Heroes, of course, I read Korean Protoss spawning in the right side of Metropolis. And Ben?
On the left side is blue Terran player from EG. It's Thorzain. Just took out Naniwa 2-0 like a boss.
Hero, of course, took out 4GG 2-0, and Ben, it took Hero significantly less time than it took Thorzain.
Yes,
As
it
Hero
did.
was just hyper aggressive. He went up to a super quick 3 base here on Metropolis. Same spawning locations, by the way, even though 4GG was spawning over here. And you see Thorzain spawning on the left side. I am so curious to see if Hero is going to do that once more. And I want to ask Hero later today, Ben. That's, of course, the luxury that we have as casters being here. If Hero went triple Nexus because he thought he was playing against triple Orbital, or if that was just his build, going triple Nexus, going 8-gate.
Oh, we call Thorzain the spoon Terran, Kevin, because he's a guy that just sits back and scoops away at you very, very slowly. If Hero wanted to do that again, I think this is the perfect player to do it against.
I agree. Then again, Thorzain is also a Terran player who loves to go no gas fast expand, then only adds 1 additional reg, so he gets those medevacs out a lot quicker. And then if you go up to 3 bases really quick, you might be in trouble against the very, very first moment Stim and medevacs are ready, since he's gonna get that ridiculously quick. But we'll see if that's the case. So far it does look like Thorzain is going for the no gas fast expand opening.
Yes, sir. He hasn't gassed yet. Thorzain's a guy that loves to just, like you said, sit back, macro, expand. I've seen him double expand a couple of times, well, many times in the past. Not quite with the same sort of consistency as a player like Empire Cass, who basically only has 1 build across all matchups.
Oh, be nice to Misha.
Misha is like one of the best players of all time to come out of Europe, but I don't think it's unfair to say that he can be one-dimensional.
No, he definitely can be, but I think he's been switching it up a little bit. Haven't seen that much of Cass lately, which sometimes is a good thing if you don't see all that much from a player. This probe from Hero was not able to spot this SUV. Pretty, it's hard to call it crucial, but it would have been nice for Hero to see that SUV come down, see that command center going down. Right now he's not 100% sure, but Hero is a very smart player. I think he knows Thorzain. And Ben, European Terrans, they love their no gas fast expand.
Yes, sir. That's definitely something that has been true of European Terran players for a long, long time. Second racks that you talked about going down right now for Thorzain, and we'll see if he decides to save up and...
Oh, he's actually going for 3 racks.
Okay.
So, not that greedy.
Similar to how we saw 4GG play. Excuse me, brain fart.
Yeah, this is the most standard way to play to go for the no gas fast expand. Thorzain was not able to see all that much. He lost his SUV over here. Did not see that Nexus. See quite a bit of chrono boost going down on the 7X square band, but Hero only has a single gate, so I'd be surprised if he really wants to do something with that.
It's just using it wherever he really can fit it in. Probe's already going out again for Hero, so this does not look like it's going to be the exact same super fast 3 Nexus build that we saw against 4GG.
I'd be surprised. That build is crazy, man. See Thorzain over here on the high ground, on top of this ramp with 4 Marines, makes it hard for that Stalker to enter. We see Hero try to sneak a probe over here on the south side, perhaps just get the confirmation that Thorzain is indeed expanding. Hero, of course, has played very recently in China as well. He pretty much had the same travel schedule as we did. I can't imagine Hero not being at least a little bit tired. I hope he didn't have to fly back to Korea, and I hope he went straight to Sweden, so you got a little bit of extra rest.
Yeah, fortunately for Hero, going from Korea to China is not a big deal, but going from China to Sweden can definitely be a difficult adjustment.
Yeah, and I mean tournaments are just exhausting, man. It doesn't really matter how far you have to fly. If you are at the tournament for 4 or 5 days, it's just exhausting. It's not the same as just being comfortably at home.
You have longer days. You don't have the comforts of home, and you're just in a little bit of a foreign setting. I think we're just going to see some 3-gate pressure out of Hero.
He's going to warp in quite a few stalkers. He is going to bring 2 sentries over as well. We have only a single bunk over here for Thorzain. It's good for Thorzain, man, this time that he went for the 3 racks opening and he didn't go for 2 racks, because then he would have been in a little bit of trouble. I think now he's going to be more than fine.
Yeah, I don't think that there's really any chance of massive damage being dealt. Thorzain with the sort of spider senses here is going to send a...
Oh, it's a pretty big gateway aggression right now. Hero's even stopping probes for now, man. He's only on 31 workers. Now he's continuing building probes again. Thorzain is going to see the army, so he can bring SCVs in production, but he doesn't have that many Marines right now.
And there are enough force fields to basically make it impossible to repair this bunker. Yeah, excellent force fields. 2 SCVs are in front, though, and they are going to be able to keep this bunker alive just long enough. Oh, no! And this is great for Thorzain, not so good for Hero. He will kill off a couple of SCVs, but he is not going to break the bunker.
That's the beauty of this aggression. You're also guaranteed to do some damage. Yes, you delay your own attack. Beautiful micro here by Heroes, stealing a significant amount of damage. But he needed to do. If Hero wouldn't have done any damage at all, it's safe to say that Hero would have been in trouble. He only killed 4 SCVs. It felt like he killed more.
Yeah, I like Thorzain's position a bit here, Kevin, for a couple of reasons. The biggest one is that when these first 2 medevacs pop out, Hero's going to have quite a bit of trouble dealing with it, man. His robo is a little bit on the late side.
Yep. And just now, man, like Stim is even almost ready. I think if all these Marines run out and they Stim, I would say that he's guaranteed to get at least 2-3 stalkers, but he doesn't know what's behind this, so that's a risky move to make.
Stalker's going to just walk forward and kill another Marine, so Hero continuing to be as aggressive as he possibly can be. He's going to kill off these rocks. That'll open up a little bit more space for him to attack through. I mean, first medevacs are in production.
This is the biggest problem. He's going to do it, though. He's going to stim forward, and he's going to kill at least 2-3 stalkers.
Yeah, 2 stalkers down, 3 stalkers down. A 4th stalker might even fall. Stim's about to expire, but wow, he's going to double stim. Wow, he's so committed right now. He will kill off the last of these stalkers, but there was a second warp in behind this.
Really good move by Thorzain, though. He went on the right moment, killed so many stalkers. If we take a look at the unit's lost resource tab, we can see that Hero clearly lost more than Thorzain. And I think it's safe to say, Ben, that Thorzain has far superior attack right now.
Absolutely has superior attack. I'm a little bit saddened by the fact that he just killed his timing, because now he has no units to send with these medevacs.
But it goes so quick, though. I think that was more than worth it. He killed so many expensive stalkers.
It was definitely worth it. But all I'm saying is that he can't really push across the map right now. He just doesn't have the right amount of units. He'll be able to in a few seconds, but
well, then Hero might get his first Colossus. Yeah. But I think Thorzain is in fantastic position right now. It was a ballsy move because, as I said, Thorzain could not know what was behind that. What if Hero was actually wiping in 12 more gateway units, and the moment he stims in, he loses all Marines immediately. But Thorzain had the excellent read that wasn't the case. He went for it and he took out all the stalkers. This is massive.
Yes, sir. Thorzain is going to go ahead and make that push. He's going to do it with his with 4 medevacs instead of the 2 that we're used to seeing.
Man, Hero has so few units, man. He's only on 30 army supply. He's going to need to drop good force fields and still cover his main.
He does have plenty of energy, I think, to defend his natural.
He's so mad right now. He's cleaning the depot. He's like, man,
I hate Terran things, so I'm going to kill this kind of Terran thing. This neutral supply depot.
Yeah, man, staying neutral never works. We tried that in the Second World War. Dutchies. We're neutral, it's okay. Didn't work, man.
Thorzain's also going to kill this floating factory. It won't have a whole lot of effect on the game. Hero does manage to get it, or I'm sorry, Hero killing the factory. Thorzain does manage to get a pretty good scout with it. Spots the robotics bay. Knows that Colossus Tech could be on the field. It's just going to back up as a result.
Marine running towards his 3rd base. Thorzain's going to be like, okay, well, still no 3rd nexus. Hero on the other end, man, did see this base from Thorzain. What I think Hero is going to do is just going to go for a big 2-base push. Or unless he's actually, okay, he's just going to wipe in the nexus right now. Which is surprising, because then he has to know that he's quite far behind economically. I mean, he has 60 probes. That's a more than reasonable amount of probes. But it's going to take quite a while before he's going to be able to mine off 3 bases. And Thorzain is going to severely outmine him for quite a while.
Absolutely. But I do feel like Hero must feel like he's overall the stronger player. I think that's why we're seeing him expand here. He says, okay, well, maybe I'm behind, maybe I'm in a bad situation, but I know that if I can stabilize and get to the late game, that I can win with my control, I can win with my decision making.
Well, Thorzain is excellent in PvP, though.
Oh, he's so good. He's had some of the best Terran versus Protoss outside of Korea for a long time. Everybody remembers his legendary wins in the first StarCraft 2 TSL.
Yep, against MC, against Naniwa.
Yep, MC and Naniwa both. I mean, those are the games that sort of cemented Thorzain's fame and made his career in a sense.
Yeah, that's true. Even though before that, I think most European players already knew that Thorzain was very good. I always give credits to who's now his teammate, the Muslim. The Muslim already said way before Thorzain won TSL 3, very first tournament, the Muslim already said, I think Thorzain is going to be very, very good soon. He's going to be very good. And back then Thorzain was on this weird plan. I think it was called Online Kingdom, but I'm not sure. So the Muslim had a good read on his right now teammate. It's kind of funny.
That's right. Big army out here on the map for Thorzain right now. He's got 165 supply against the 158 of Hero. There is at least, what, 2 Colossi out. Where are they? There's 3 Colossi out, in fact.
And Hero's kind of just spread over the place. He knows he has to cover a very big area.
Thorzain is going to force Hero to move around a little bit. These Colossi trying to find a good angle to engage from. Viking's going to come forward, and here comes that big fight. Stim going down for Thorzain, doing a great job kiting backwards.
Wow, Hero's doing such a good job sniping all the Vikings, though. These Colossus, man, I don't think they're going to die anymore.
Doesn't look like it, not unless the Marauders can somehow dart forward. And with the Zealots here, that's not going to happen at all, and Hero is going to crush this fight.
So sick.
Oh, the big blink forward. One medevac does escape with 4 Marauders inside, but those are the only survivors of that battle.
That was an amazing fight by Hero, absolutely amazing. A little bit of a strange timing though by Thorzain. If you look at his upgrades band, 2-2 is about to finish up.
Yeah, a little bit careless there.
That medevac's going to fall as well. Hero is just doing everything right.
Beautiful play from Liquid's Hero. EG's Thorzain backing all the way up to his natural. Colossi
God, what a
continue
fight
to
by Hero. That was some of the best focus fire on Vikings I've seen in a while.
Completely turned the entire dynamic of the game around. Hero now is in a pretty commanding lead. I don't even know if Thorzain could stop Hero if he just pushed right now. Lucky for Thorzain, Hero has stalled out here in the middle of the map. He wants to get some pylons up, wants to make sure of his victory.
There are 4 Vikings out right now, 2 more in production. As soon as that Viking count goes up, I mean, eventually this is not a super scary Protoss army. If Thorzain had more Vikings or just protected his Vikings a little bit better, I think he could have steamrolled this Protoss army, but he kind of hit an anti-timing, and Hero showed us some of the best focus fire there is.
Yeah. Hero did it perfectly, man, and Thorzain maybe guilty of making a couple of mistakes in his engagement. Marauders trying to catch a couple of stalkers, but good job by Hero of being aware of it, blinking away.
I think Hero was just baiting, hoping for a stim, and then he could blink out. It's not the case. Hero just dartling around back and forth right now with his mobile on.
Yep, using the mobility of these blink stalkers. Not really going to kill much, just forcing Thorzain to react to him, forcing Thorzain to move as he continues to macro up in the middle of the map. We can see the Colossus count still pretty reasonable at 4. Ghost production's already begun for Thorzain. Hero has really stalled his switch into High Templar.
I mean, Thorzain did not see the main army right now, Ben, of Hero for a while. And Hero went up to 6, I want to say 6 Colossus, as this Colossus was in production. Now he cancelled his 6 Colossus, but he still has 5 Colossus on the map, while all the Thorzain has is 6 Vikings. And 6 Vikings against 5 Colossus, man?
Yeah, it's almost 1-to-1. It's not going to be a good fight for Thorzain.
Unless all of your Vikings are Tom Cruise.
Maybe.
If you can clone Tom Cruise like 6 times,
then you're going to have a pretty useless Air Force.
No, man. You can win any war.
Thorzain trying to be...
I think Hero's going to try to go up in the main base.
You're exactly right. He's going to pop up in here, pick off a couple of add-ons, maybe a couple of supply depots.
Catch
a couple of medevacs. That's a great catch there by Hero.
And Viking.
Oh, wow. Every Viking killed is just huge. One stalk. Oh, that's a great play by Thorzain. Maneuvering down to the low ground. He's going to catch a couple of stalkers, but the rest of the army is there, and he's going to have to retreat quickly.
Hero is just playing on a whole nother level right now, but he's going to get one more medevac. He does miss blink one stalker, but it was more than worth it. Thorzain does have a nice bank right now. It's 1500 minerals, so I think it's safe to say that he's at least going to be able to max out once, but he really does not have the Viking numbers to deal with the army.
It's far from being the ideal army for playing against what Hero has, and Thorzain's continuing to produce medevacs, not Vikings. Now we see a couple more Vikings in production, as I guess he saw the Colossus
Hero
count.
picked up so many Vikings.
He's doing such a very nice job. Just outmaneuvering his opponent right now. And Hero's maxed, Kev. He can take a fight somewhere. And I think at this point, all things considered, that he would probably win in the heads-up fight if he gets the right position.
I mean, we are producing 4 Vikings at once now, so that is good for Thorzain. He's going to go up to 7 Vikings as soon as these 4 Vikings are done, but he's going to need like a sick number of Vikings. A little bit of War Prism play over here as well. He's going to work on reactors and tech labs. That's
exactly right. And again, forcing Thorzain to react, forcing Thorzain to move. And actually, Thorzain's not moving. His army is here, but there's a huge Protoss ball just waiting to engage it. Nice micro, or I guess nice maneuvering, nice movement out of Thorzain, but is it really going to matter? The Colossi just shredding the bio. And the Viking count not what it needs to be.
Nowhere near, but there's 2 Vikings remaining. One of them is very low on HP. 11 Zealot warping right now, which is all the way over here in this right bottom side of the map. A little bit of a strange place to warp in.
All that being said, Thorzain came out way ahead in the supply battle there, just destroyed the gateway forces. Colossi.
We did not see a single storm though. It's a little bit weird. Oh!
That's not gonna work. There are High Templar out now though, Kev.
Yeah.
I think we'll start seeing a couple of High Templars using those storms. As another big fight starting to unfold, there's a storm. It wasn't a great storm, but it was an okay storm. Colossi are now outnumbered. The Vikings finally starting to turn the tide here, and all of a sudden Thorzain's pushing back. Hero might be in some trouble. He's going to lose a lot of units here. He's going to lose his entire army right now.
The Zealots are going to die. He's going to try to kill as many units as possible, but once more, Thorzain takes an amazing fight against Protoss.
Thorzain's late game TVP is just phenomenal. A couple of High Templar hiding up here on this ridge, but Thorzain knows about them. He's going to dart up. He's going to kill these guys, and he's going to shut down this pylon. Great play from Thorzain. He is now officially stabilized. 137 supply against 127 supply, and he is now in the driver's seat.
I think it was a small mistake by Hero to warp all of his units over here, but in this right bottom, and not actually reinforcing his main army.
I completely agree with you. I also feel like the lack of High Templar was pretty critical. He only had, I think, 2 High Templar, and he only dropped a single storm.
And that wasn't even a good storm. It was over here, kind of missed the bio. I mean, Hero has done an amazing job sniping Vikings with his Stalkers, but at a certain moment his Stalk count was running red or low. Thorzain kept producing
Storm
Vikings.
drop coming along the bottom half of the map, Kevin. And these SCVs are in a lot of trouble. Great storms going down. A lot of damage being taken, a lot of SCVs falling, a lot of SCVs saved, though.
Hero has killed 26 SCVs during all this. Hero is going to go up to 5 bases. The good thing for Thorzain, though, man, as silly as it sounds, he is down 30 workers, but he's on triple orbital, so I'd say he can sort of live with that.
Oh, yeah, man. I think he can absolutely live with that. He only needs enough gas to sort of sustain his medevac and Viking production. Well, he's got to make Ghosts, too.
And even Ghosts.
So that's something to consider. Hero's back up to 160 supply. He does have a couple more Colossi out. Viking count is 8. And soon to be 10, so Thorzain's just fine in that department. In fact, he should probably stop with the Viking production.
Hero is soon going to outmine Thorzain once more, though. And Thorzain is quite blind over here in his right bottom side of this map. He actually is sending a Viking around right now, perhaps hoping to catch a Warp Prism. And that is probably his biggest weakness right now.
He kind of did catch the Warp Prism. Prism was taking a lot of damage, all the shields, and about a quarter of the actual life of the Warp Prism.
Still going to try, though, Ben. Wants to go in.
This is an ace pilot flying, Kev. They're going to be coming back for another storm drop. No Marines down at the bottom half of the map. Does Thorzain see it? I don't know if he... Yes, he does. Great play, Thorzain.
Does not actually kill the High Templars, though. Oh.
I don't think the High Templars even had energy to storm. They unloaded, but there was only like...
Big warp in the main base as well, though. But I want to see if this Warp Prism goes alive. Maybe he's going to be able to land a storm or 2 over here.
Yeah, 1 or 2, but not
really
a whole lot there to kill. And Thorzain, of course, all over it. Vikings continuing to chase this Warp Prism, and the other Warp Prism up in the main base, really forcing a lot of headaches for Thorzain. In the midst of all of this, Hero is pushing with his main army, so you've got double Warp Prism harass with the actual army pushing down around the bottom half of the map. Thorzain's still doing a phenomenal job of dealing with this, though. I'm so impressed with his multitasking at this point in the game.
Thorzain's Ghost Control is just fantastic. He's on 11 Ghosts right now. Personal Cloaking is being researched as well. And we saw in the previous game, man, on stream number 1, what Thorzain can do late game. Great feedbacks over here by Hero, though. And man, are we going to see Hero do what we were talking about before this game? Is he going to get pylons up around here? Is he going to get cannons up? Because he's going to have to worry.
Yeah, he really needs a staging ground in the middle of the map, because these ghosts are going to be a problem.
And those Zelnaga Watchtowers, man, how perfect would it be to just have pylon, cannon over here, as long as you have control of the Zelnaga Watchtowers.
No reason not to do it, certainly when you're on 5 bases and you have this much extra money.
Yep.
Also wondering when we're going to see a player start thinking about these island expansions. I don't understand why players aren't taking these sooner. They're so hard to attack, so easy to defend, so very valuable.
There's a creep tumor, Ben. That's why. How are you going to kill the creep tumor?
Well, you might just have to put an observer or drop a scan.
Do you hear yourself? Wow, a lot of Colossus, additional Colossus coming in right now, but there are 17 Vikings. I would say that's a magic number.
This is actually a really dangerous situation for Hero.
17 black. If there's one number I've ever won in Yeah, one win in my life with roulette, it's 17 black.
That's an unlucky Marauder, but unlucky Colossi are also going to get the attention of these Vikings.
Hero's getting lots of cannons all around the map, so at least if Thorzain ever wins a fight, it's going to be hard for him to just run in, because Hero is going to have detection, but I would love to see him do it a little bit more forward.
Now, Thorzain looks like he's content to sort of sit back and just...
I mean, there we go, man. The first observer is getting sniped.
Yeah.
Hero's very, very well aware of the danger of this, though, but I would say you would never want to give up those Zelnaga watchtowers. God, there's so many Vikings for Thorzain.
Those Vikings have +3 attack too, Kev, so they kill things very, very quickly. 13 damage per shot, 17 damage to armored. And a Viking shoots twice, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you think we're going to see carriers, man?
I don't think it's impossible. I mean, obviously there's no Stargate tech down, and you know, Hero's pretty rich, but he's also kind of finding out, right? His main's gone, his natural's gone, his third is very, very thin. So he's essentially on 2 bases. You got to be careful about a carrier switch at this point in the game.
And I often don't even think, man, they're all that good, because I still think that Ghost Viking shuts it down pretty hard. Great feedbacks over here. Storm lands as well. More great feedbacks by Hero.
Look at these ghosts doing work. Nice snipes, killing off a lot of High Templar.
Still a small warp in over here. A couple of Zealots just going to be annoying. Slowly but steady dragging Thorzain out of position. I mean, Hero is severely outmining Thorzain, but Naniwa was outmining Thorzain on Cloud Kingdom as well, and eventually that wasn't enough. So Hero's gonna have to be careful right now. I'm not sure if he's paying attention.
I think Thorzain's a guy that doesn't mind if he's being outmined. Thorzain's a guy that is happy to sit back because he knows that if he can get one great fight, that he can end the game. Immediately after that, he can just win, even if he's well behind in the resources. Got a warp prism with 2 High Templar loaded up inside of it.
Colossus was doing Gangnam style right on top of this cliff. He missed it.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
He's having a good time, man. Hero's gonna add the darks right now as well.
I don't know if Thorzain sees these storms coming in the bottom of the map, Kev. Oh, very last second he spots it and actually takes no losses. Oh no, don't go that way, Warp Prism. Oh, nice storm. Unfortunately, it's going to...
Wow, that was a really good storm, though. Even though it didn't kill that much, it did so much damage to all these mechanical units. Hero is just playing fantastic StarCraft right now.
Also pulled the army out of position, allowing Hero to come down onto this this natural and do some... Look at this Archon.
Yeah, this Archon is ready, man. Wow, the amount of feedbacks is just insane right now. These Colossus are a little bit exposed, though.
Wow. Wow, the Colossus just evaporating under the Viking fire. At this point, it doesn't make sense to produce Colossi anymore. The Viking count is just way too high. Stalkers are still picking off add-ons left and right. And now they're going to get a couple of Viking kills as well, but...
He is producing Colossus again, though, man. He's going to make 2 more. I don't think it's necessarily a wrong decision.
I don't either.
Because I think the best thing is that he's making Thorzain pretty damn broke right now, and Vikings are an expensive unit.
That's true, and Hero has a lot of money banked. He can continue to remax. He's got 4K. Now the Starport or Stargate goes down, so we may actually end up seeing a carrier or 2 after all, Kev.
This Violin is pretty important. Okay, we're going to see the backup Violin. A couple of Dark Templars being wiped in right now. I'm not exactly sure where.
I hear Warpins. Are they just there in the middle of the map?
Yeah, he's just adding a lot of stocks right now. He's going to try to pick off Vikings once more. I mean, Hero has his base in the middle of the map, and Thorzain is, well, right now he's saturated his 5th base pretty well, but still.
Hero has done some of what you talked about, Kevin. We've got some cannon rings here and there on his side of the map. Nothing out in the middle of the map, no real kind of focal point that he's decided that he's going to control.
But it's still nice to have that, at least at your own base.
DTs are going to show up in the outlying expansions, and this one's actually going to go to work on this planetary. He's going to have a kind of a bad day.
He's like the Zealot in the cardboard animation.
SCV is just repairing all the damage immediately. DT harassing the main base as well is a little bit more annoying. No detection here, and I don't even know if Thorzain has energy to scan. I'm looking around at his orbitals. They are all pretty bone dry.
But he has so many ghosts, man. That's the best thing.
He does have plenty of those.
11. I must say, Hero has been doing a pretty good job keeping the ghost count relatively low from Thorzain. Hero has so much money.
Yeah, he is so rich.
I mean, Hero is winning this game by outmining his opponent.
And he's still continuing to invest so much into Colossi with, I think, 16, 17 Vikings out on the map. I'm not sure I completely understand it. Nice storm there.
I mean, Hero can trade High Templars for ghosts because he's just mining way more money.
It's hard though. I mean,
No, I think it's fine. I think he can trade.
I think he can trade. He can afford to trade. I just think it's hard to get that engagement because he doesn't have the vision with the observers.
That is the bigger problem. And certainly because Thorzain is doing a good job at staying passive.
This observer really wants to, or this High Templar really wanted to storm something, but not going to happen. Instead, the Viking.
Whoa, did you see that battle
Look how
roll?
much damage the Viking does. Oh my gosh. Single Ninja Dark Templar managed to backflip out of that War Prism and is going to go try to do some harassing somewhere.
A couple of Zealots being wiped in, just trying to go for a small run by. I think this ghost is going to be in trouble, man.
Here comes the Hooligan Squad. He better cloak in a hurry. Nice storm there on a couple of those Vikings, but I mean, I feel like Thorzain's army is almost unassailable. He's got so many strong, very well upgraded bio units. He's producing a lot of ghosts.
But Hero is still, I think, quite pleased with it. Hero's thinking right now, okay, this is the amount of bases you're gonna get, and you are not gonna get an extra base.
Hero's got that amount +2, so
yeah, exactly.
he does have that luxury over Thorzain right now. Very, very intense macro game.
He just has counters all around ready as well. In case he would lose a fight, that he's able to buy himself the time to rebuild a super sick army. He has prisms active all around the map. He has pylons all around the map. This took a little bit too long. He should have just gone with this immediately.
Yeah. Nice job by Thorzain of dealing with that, and also nice job of not sending his whole army to do so. He's able to continue to thwart Hero's army movements. More War Prism play around the map. Watch how fast this Viking kills the...
so many Dark Templars being wiped in as well, so these buildings are actually going to die. There's a little Marine hit squad.
Poor stranded Marine hit squad.
Thorzain is actually going to sacrifice SUVs right now.
Ghosts all coming down around the bottom half of the map. They're going to get caught by a couple of Stalkers, but it doesn't really matter. They just do way too much damage. And Hero continues to sort of bash his head against the brick wall.
City wipe in over here. Well, there are not that many units actually for Thorzain. More SUVs joining in. There are 8 Colossus guarding a Zelnaga Watchtower. You really don't want to be in SUV today.
No.
Like, hey man, can you check out the Zelnaga Watchtower? It's pretty safe.
That's a losing ticket if you draw that one, man.
I would probably draw that one.
Here come the Colossi around the bottom half of the map. The Viking count is still very, very high. It's 19 Vikings now.
Mothership is in production as well. All shield upgrades are even done, Ben. 3-3-3.
3-3-3. This is as tough as a Protoss player is ever going to get. Terran also with some pretty good upgrades. Bios 3-3. The Vikings have weapon upgrades, not armor upgrades.
I guess he's just going to try to one-shot all the Colossus. Mothership is, it's going to take a little while, Ben, but it is on the way.
Should be out in about 100 more seconds, about a minute and a half. Both players still just sort of vying for position. Thorzain content to sit back on the bases that he has. Hero content to mine out what Thorzain has given him. Before long, only the islands are going to be left, Kev.
Maybe they don't know this map has islands, man. Maybe they're used to the one who doesn't have islands. Something gonna be like,
oh, big storm in the bottom of the map. Going to kill a couple more SCVs. Again, though, Thorzain quick to respond to it. Manages to pull a lot of his workers away. Shoots down the Warp Prism and makes sure that no additional harass takes place. But Thorzain has almost mined out every base on his side of the map.
he has a close to invincible army though. 19 ghosts, 21 Vikings. This kind of reminds me of watching Empire Happy.
Yep, Happy has played this way for a long time and has been very successful with it.
I mean, but the best thing for Hero is, man, Hero has an insane amount of money and he has so many points to fall back on. Every single time there are cannons and ghosts and High Templars, it's going to be tough for Thorzain to engage. So by the time, even if Thorzain is going to absolutely demolish Hero one fight, he's going to have to do it again. And then maybe even again.
And then maybe even a third time.
Yeah.
As Hero has so incredibly much money. One thing Hero hasn't done that bothers me a little bit is add a ton more gateways. I mean, and now actually he's going to throw down a few more over in his, I don't know, 9th
Storm
phase.
lands. Good Storm, actually. But Hero has to be careful, man. This is not really a... Well, I don't think he's going to be able to hold over here, as those Colossus just melt away immediately. Massive Storm, though. So many good Storms by Hero.
Yep, Storm's going down left and right. He is going to thin out the Vikings a little bit. The bio count of Thorzain, though, is still very high.
Just now, I feel that Hero wanted to do what we were talking about for the first time, getting a pylon up over here. Because I feel as long as he's in control of the Zelnaga Watchtowers, he would never lose the Ghost High Templar War, because he always has vision.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, he always has vision, always has detection.
Yeah. So I don't really get why Hero didn't do that. It's like the only thing I think he did wrong. He should have done a better job at getting cannons and High Templars at the Xel'Naga Watchtowers.
Now Hero is working on 20 warp gates, so I was maybe a little bit wrong when I said that I wish he had more of them. Still though, I do think he could afford more as we see more fighting in the bottom half of the map. 7,000 minerals, 5,000 gas in the bank for Hero. How is he ever going to run out of money? Thorzain seems like he's playing an unwinnable war of attrition here as he is mined out, Kevin. He's only got about 7 more mineral patches.
And right now, Ben, there are 9 Vikings against 6 Colossus.
Ooh. That's not the magic number, man.
Oh, Mothership is kind of like just out in the middle.
That's going to pull the Vikings out of position, but it's also going to allow Hero to get around behind this Terran army. And what's he going to do with this? Drops an okay storm. Drops a second, but much better storm. That landing on all of the ghosts.
Once more, a couple of Zealots and a few Dark Templars in the main base. Oh, he could land a 6th storm on the ramp.
And, oh, great
Massive
EMP. Hits every High Templar. Perfect EMP there by Thorzain, and maybe one that saves him a lot of trouble. Still, though, units being warped in the main base are creating difficulties.
Oh, Heroes is perhaps going to go for it right now, Ben. The Viking count is really not that high.
Oh, he's still not quite ready to commit, even though he is up about 40 supply.
He only has 2 observers out on the map, and both these observers are over here. One's scanned by Thorzain, and if both of those observers die, he's going to fight an unwinnable battle because there are 16 ghosts.
And still the problem remains for Thorzain. How in the world is he ever going to reinforce? He just doesn't have money. Hero is so rich. He's mined out 4 bases. He's about to mine out a 5th. It's an incredible amount of resources mined for Liquid's Hero. He's up 30 supply, and he is once more trying to position for a good fight. DT is being so annoying.
These little rhombis have been fantastic by Hero.
Pretty good storms going down as we hear a lot of units dying, see a lot of damage being taken. Hero is going to come forward once again. Will he? Nope, still not ready.
Small army supply lead right now for Hero. He is going to lose a couple of more. He's going to lose a few Stalkers here, kind of a silly blink. Not able to do all that much. Might actually choose this moment to engage.
That was a little bit of a donation. Stalker count is not very high, so he needs to retain the ones that he does have, but his money, he's got so much money. Huge warp in here in the bottom half of the map. He's going to try to take out this planetary. This is the last mining expansion of Thorzain. If it falls, he's in really big trouble. SCV is going to try to chain repair, and I think it's going to be more than enough.
Yeah, it's going to be enough. Hero is still rich, but of course he has to be careful that he doesn't overdo it on a certain moment. But right now I wouldn't say that he's overdoing it yet. He's doing pretty much everything right. He has lost 10,000 resources. Look at this sentry, man. This sentry really believed he wants to kill the Viking.
He's trying to beast it up, but the Zealot Warp in will allow Hero to continue to at least pressure this side of the map. Planetary was saved, but man, Thorzain is having such a hard time just financially. He's got no cash. He's got 150 supply. He can't really produce units. He's trying to make sure that he secures this bottom right expansion. He knows that he has to mine here. He's going to stay in this game, but Hero's just going to continue to apply pressure. Colossi doing great work. Vikings can't quite engage. Hero's just advancing and pulling further and further ahead with every passing second.
For the first time in quite a while, when Hero actually has more army supply, simply for the fact that Thorzain just he can't rebuild his units.
Yeah, and
that's a lot of gas, but that's about it. A couple of lost Vikings flying around in the main base of Hero.
Again, I asked the question, why does nobody ever take these islands? Oh, Thorzain, it would have been such an asset for you. He knows that he can't keep this up. GG gets called, and Hero will take Metropolis after 47 minutes.
Without a real fight.
Without, or like tons of little fights here and there.
This is kind of like when we watched Beastie QT against Goody once.
Yeah.
And Beastie is like the only Terran in the world who managed to make Goody leave without Goody really getting a fight.
Goody was still like maxed out. He's like, I'm done. I quit.
Absolutely fantastic play by Hero, just all game long, being active with Warp Prism, sending small hit squads here and there. Some people might wonder, like, what could have Thorzain done better? I think just getting 1 or 2 bunkers in his natural, which covers the natural and the main, putting a few units in it and having a missile turret out there would have already cured so many of his headaches, because how many times did we not see a couple of Zealots and...
Yeah, that could have definitely helped, and obviously he had money issues in the super late game. You've got to come up with some way to continue expanding. Hero just played great. He got into a controlling position, and he never let up.
And I would say just one time early on he overcommitted, and that's it. Like one time he took a small wrong fight when he wiped in all the units in the right bottom, and he kind of lost his army in the middle. But because he was so rich, he had enough to fall back on. Just beautiful play, man.
Great first game by Hero, guys. We're going to take a very short break. We'll be back with game number 2 after this. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're back. We're officially back. Welcome back to the DreamHack. This is the championship, man. This is DreamHack Winter 2012, last event of the year,
The biggest event of the year. So much money.
and one of the greatest productions in all of esports, man. DreamHack sets a standard that is hard to follow.
And you know the funny thing is that I feel most of their graphics are so simple, but just because everything is so clean and so smooth, you love it.
There is great depth and simplicity, Kev.
Oh, that is so true, man. You're such a wise man. Must be because you read so many books.
Yep, I got that from a Stephen King novel.
We do not actually have game sounds yet, so hopefully we will have game sounds soon, and then we guys can tell you all about game number 2. Let me just check if...
Going to be happening on Ohana. Hero has been amazing in PvT so far today.
Yeah,
He's
man.
just looked untouchable.
And also 2 completely different styles, man. Hyper aggressive against 4GG in the first series of the day, giving 4GG absolutely no chance. Just 2 very straightforward aggressive games, and 4GG having no answer to the aggression of Hero. And against Thorzain doing it the complete other way around. I mean, Thorzain spoon tearing, sure. What does that make Hero, man? What is softer than a spoon? What is worse than a spoon?
It's like the, I would call him the toothpick toss.
No, man. I would just call him like the potato toss. Basically, we're just throwing soft potatoes at Thorzain.
The potatoes can do like anything.
I know.
It's like the most versatile vegetable in the world.
But I'm pretty sure eventually you're able to kill someone with potatoes.
We've been talking about this for some reason, about potatoes, for the past couple of days.
Just you, man. It wasn't me.
You've been listening.
Yes, listening.
No, man, the potato is very versatile. Not only is it a healthy snack, a starch that is high in energy, it can also function as like data storage.
Hey, and you know the funniest thing is, sorry to interrupt you, you can actually like, did you ever do this game where you were a child that you get a spoon and then you put a potato on top of it and then you have to run across the field? Have you ever done that?
We did it with eggs,
Yeah, okay.
Back
Well,
home.
yeah, okay.
but I've seen it done with potatoes.
Yeah, so it's basically like
Yeah.
the potato is the counter to the spoon as well, because the spoon can
Oh
just...
my God! You just figured it out. The potato toss
So sick.
counters the spoon tearing. Yeah, the potato very versatile. You can make it into a hard drive. You can make it into a clock. In the South, we make things called the potato cannon, where people just make these guns that launch potatoes for as far as
Wow.
they can.
So you can... Okay, I really don't want to
You
go.
can.
Sometimes,
definitely
man,
injure
I'm really
somebody with
scared about
potatoes.
this whole South thing. I'm actually going to spend Christmas with Ben
Oh,
this year.
you are in for a treat.
Yes, I am going to go to the
I am
South.
going to introduce you to some of the most amazing rednecks on the planet.
Well, your dad is already pretty awesome.
You're going to come back with a southern drawl and cowboy boots.
Hey, cowboy hood looks good on me. I met Ben's dad one time, and we all went to dinner at TGI Fridays in New York. It was awesome. And then the waitress came, and everyone was just kind of looking. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll order. So I was like, can I have baby back ribs, please? And then I like kind of pass it along to Ben's dad, who's sitting next to me. And Ben's dad is like, well, where I come from, it's ladies first. So he passes it over to his wife. It makes me feel so uncomfortable. I was like, oh God. Ben's dad officially hates me right now.
Oh man, my dad, he's a hard man to please sometimes, but he's a good guy.
That was funny though.
He's okay.
Thorzain is going for Marauder Hellion, Ben.
Yeah, interesting play. He's even going to elevator the factory down to the low ground. Something that we don't see every day.
I really kind of wonder. This is a build I always have a hard time imagining it work against Protoss. It can work if Protoss goes super greedy.
This is also the one base variation, so all Hero really has to do is hold his ramp.
I saw Beyond do this against Creator Prime actually in the GSL. That was on Whirlwind.
Oh, there's SCVs coming with this. Not that
Ooh.
many, though. So really all Thorzain wants to do here is contain Hero.
That actually might just work, because Hero is so low on units right now. All that he has is a single Zealot, Stalker, and Sentry. And the Zealot is going to die. The Stalker has to be so careful.
Yeah, Hero has to cancel this. Oh, he
No,
can't.
he can't
Oh,
cancel.
dear. That's unfortunate. There's 400 minerals wasted.
And not just that, man. How's he ever going to break out against these bunkers?
I don't think that he's... this is a tough spot. Hero's in a little bit of trouble. No doubt.
He's going to make the robotics facility immediately. Of course, Immortals are absolutely awesome in this situation, but it's gonna
Hero's
take
best
so
bet
long.
might actually be to pull probes right now.
Yep. There are
but,
3 Hellions though, so that's risky.
super huge
Oh,
risk.
bunkers are ready. If you ever want to do it, you're going to do it right.
Force
He drops
field's
the
gonna go
force field.
down. One Marauder's gonna fall, but if he doesn't stop the bunkers, he's never gonna break this position. And one bunker finishes. The second bunker finishes.
Hellion tried to get in the bunker. It's like,
Wow, that would be so cool. Hey, can you put a Hellbat in a bunker? I wonder.
You could have.
It's a
but not
bio
anymore.
user.
They fixed that. You could have with like the Battle Hellion.
Yeah.
Yeah, helmet. They changed the name.
Nexus is gonna fall, so first blood drawn by Thorzain here on Ohana. Guys, by the way, Ohana does mean family.
And what does family do, man?
Sticks together, bro. Family sticks together.
Where is Hero gonna take this? Thorzain's gonna leave these units behind. As soon as there's one Immortal out though, if I was Thorzain, man, I would probably send these units home, because the moment there's Immortals out, the Hero's gonna go for it immediately.
So well said, and Thorzain is immediately going to do just that. He's also getting Siege Tech, and I love that decision. It's going to make him very safe against any kind of one-base all-in if he gets the tanks out, if he gets them sieged up.
This Immortal's like, okay, I'm ready, and he's gonna get like tickled by this Marine.
I kind of like imagine in my brain that the Immortal has the same voice as the Marauder, even though I know it doesn't.
He's like, oh, okay, that's underwhelming.
One Marine. Look at this brave little Marine. Oh, run! Run, Billy!
Whoop.
Actually,
He's losing that.
Oh, sad day.
He was using the
Man, his leg fell off. That's terrible.
That's what you get for playing laser tag, man, with Stalkers. For unfortunate Stalkers.
Stalkers redefine laser tag, man. It's not a fun game you play with your friends anymore.
So it is all serious and stuff. It's like, man, these Stalkers, you just can't have fun with those guys. Thorzain looks super safe, and indeed against any sort of a counter, I really don't think that Hero's going to commit to that. He's just going to drop the Nexus.
Yeah, incredibly, he's just going to expand. He's like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing more than fine worker-wise. Yes, Thorzain is outmining him right now, but we all know that a player like Hero is most of the time pretty damn good against siege tanks. Thorzain is going to rely on these siege tanks. It's going to be hard to find the right moment to attack eventually, and if he never attacks, it's also going to be wrong.
Yeah.
Good scan, good pickup right there on the observer.
Very nice. Thorzain's completely safe for the time being, and I think Hero knows it. He's.
I'm just thinking about Stalkers playing laser tag right now, and like having a really sad face, like the one Stalker trying to play with his friends accidentally kills 4 Marines.
Oh, that's a sad story. Couple of Stalkers on the bottom half of the map. They might start working on these rocks. Hellion spots them. Man, imagine laser tag with Hellions. Like you ride around on a Hellion, your buddy stands in the back and shoots the laser gun.
That's pretty fun.
There's a laser tag place near our house in California, and every Thursday there's a laser tag tournament.
Yeah, we should do that.
And it's like all the kids, the young kids, get out of school and they go and play in the laser tag tournament. I'm trying to convince all the NASL guys to create a laser tag team with me, so we just like run into the arena and like drop kick some kid, just like shoot him while he's on the ground, and just like dominate the laser tag tournament. We could take over the laser tag scene in Southern California. We could be the best.
You actually have a terrible idea. That's what you thought about paintball as well, until we went paintballing.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, and then we saw those professional paintball players.
Oh, dude, we can hang with them easy.
No, I don't think
with
so.
their little paintball machine
Man,
guns.
Hero is going to be in a little bit of trouble. These Stalkers are way out of position, and Thorzain is... Wow, this is going to be like the
It's a
easiest
trap.
Stalker kill of all time. Wow, Hero. I didn't really get the purpose of that.
Stalkers, look at that, we're playing laser tag, man. The Marauders are shooting grenades at us.
I mean, a Hero was giving Thorzain the idea he wanted to go for a super all-in, but at a certain moment, I guess Thorzain didn't really fall for it anymore. Just moved out.
Yeah.
He saw some stuff with the Hellion as well. And Hero was not really in a position, man, where he could afford to just lose 4 Stalkers carelessly.
Colossi are in production for Hero.
Wow.
He's got one out on the map already. Man, that is a very unfortunate observer. Flies into the missile turret guy. The best unit in the game, guys. Everybody should aspire to be like the missile turret guy.
Have you ever played Command & Conquer Renegade, man?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is there a missile turret guy in that game too?
No, but if I can imagine like the Renegade version of StarCraft, it would probably be like the missile guy stepping out and then going first-person shooter.
Well, what if the missile turret guy could jump out of the missile turret and actually fight? Like, you think he'd be as cool as a Marine, or would he be better or worse?
It would be like a Zealot, just combat fight.
He like just jumps out and throws missiles.
Oh man, I think Hero is in so much trouble. Losing those
Yeah.
4 Stalkers really hurted him. He was already in the top spot. He does have 2 Colossus in the mix. If he's able to catch a fight, where Thorzain is not sieged, but Thorzain has time right now. He's actually going up to 3 bases, so he does not really have to commit to this.
Yeah.
How many Immortals do we have in the mix for Hero? Only a single Immortal as well.
I like everything about how Thorzain's doing this. He's
Yeah.
pushing, he's applying pressure, he's denying Hero's expansion, and taking one of his own. And at the same time, Hero just doesn't really have the ability to engage this Terran army.
3 more gates being wiped in the main base right now. Twilight Council being added for Hero too. If we've seen Hero do anything, man, it's being passive until the very, very last moment and knowing when to take a fight. But I just don't see when is going to be the right moment for him to fight.
Another Observer goes down. A couple Marines are going to get cleaned up by the Colossus.
Well, but that was really not that bad for Thorzain. He got a couple of tank shots off, killed the Observer, and 3 force fields for a few Marines. That's not a big deal.
I think the Colossus takes laser tag to the next level, man.
That's like showing up in like a robo suit. Like laser tag. It's just not fun anymore.
Poor Zealot.
It would be really fun to just imagine StarCraft units in real life, you know? Like the Colossus trying to go to a friendly barbecue. And you light the barbecue, it like completely destroys it. Sets the entire place on fire. Man, StarCraft 2 in real life would be so funny.
Oh man, somebody needs to animate that one.
Like the new cardboard stuff.
Yeah.
Hero's gonna go aggressive right now. I mean, this loss count is kind of scary. Thorzain is gonna siege up.
I don't know how this is gonna work out, man. Stalker's in a really awkward spot. Zealots are behind everything. Immortal is doing nothing. What a terrible engagement for Hero.
And there's so many Marauders in the mix for Thorzain as well, man, and that is the biggest problem. There is really not that many Zealots for our Hero to soak up any damage, as the Zealots are just not going to be very useful either against those tanks.
Yep, certainly not without charge. That charge upgrade is just starting, but it's going to be a while before it's in place. It's also going to be a while before Hero's Zealot count is really worth doing anything with.
But Hero knows it. Hero knows that he needs a certain amount of Zealots to soak up the damage from these Marauders. Otherwise, the Marauders get in range of the Colossus and the Stalkers, and we all know what that does. What happens then? Husky made a song about it. 'Cause those Marauders.
Oh, Husky.
5 Zealots being wiped in right now for Heroes, and he's going to try to get more Zealots in his army. He's up to 14 Zealots right now, so that's a reasonable amount. Thorzain does not have an overwhelming amount of SCVs, actually, if you look at it.
I think he's got the right amount of SCVs, man. I love it when a Terran stops around this point and just relies on his mules to take him any further.
And well, what this also is going to mean, man, that Thorzain is going to be able to take one really big fight sooner or later. And if he doesn't win that fight, I think he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Because we shouldn't forget that Thorzain is going to mine out his natural quite a bit before Hero is.
It's true. It's true. And one thing that I would like to see Thorzain do is take another base right here. He's got the control, or the map control to do it. And I really don't see anything that Hero can do to challenge that kind of a move.
War Prism flying around on the right side of the
Are
map.
there High Templar in that War Prism?
Nope, just Zealots.
Okay.
Taking out the Ghost Academy would be a pretty nice thing to do, though, certainly because the Templar Archives is ready, Storm is ready. Storm is extremely good. Storm can even be pretty damn good against tanks, because if you land one Storm, you basically take out half the HP.
Yeah. Thorzain also looks to be ready. He is mobilizing.
Such a good War Prism play, man. Sorry to interrupt. He's going to go for the Ghost Academy immediately, which I think is a super smart move, and he's going to force Thorzain to retreat.
He's going to kill that Ghost Academy, and Thorzain's going to bring his entire army back. Oh, no!
He's going to try to save it. He knows how important it is, but no personal cloaking for you.
Oh, right after the engineering bay. Now, this is actually going to be a huge play. This eBay taking massive damage. More SCVs not going to be pulled, and the engineering bay will barely stay alive. Nice catch by Thorzain. Hero is moving in the middle of the map, knowing that his opponent has been trying to react to his play, but Thorzain is just a little bit too quick, man. Staying ahead of the curve. He's almost maxed out.
No, Hero, it's hard to attack into tanks. Do we have any ghosts on the map, Ben? No.
Zero.
Not a single ghost out on the map. Quite a few High Templars. Hero is going to try to warp in a couple of Zealots right now with the Spy, and it's something he's been doing very well throughout this series.
That's right. Throughout all the games he's played this tournament, I would say. Huge Zealot warp in. 1, 2.
Oh.
Skip a few.
Not the best moment to be warped in. He's going to let...
Just out of spite. It's like, well, I can still cast Force Field, jerk. Even if it doesn't really gain him anything. Hero does want to fight here. He's going to let the Zealots charge in. Colossi are going to do some good damage from the back, but there are so many Vikings, and look at the camera work from our Observer. That's not Adebisi. That's Rotterdam, boys.
Adebisi's casting, man.
That's right. He's already got the title of Best Observer.
You make me feel so uncomfortable. I never want to switch camera again.
Well, I thought it was awesome. Guys, wasn't that great cinematic camera work?
Ben.
The crowd is roaring right now.
All right.
They want to see. They're going to clap every time you do it from now on.
Hopefully not. Army-wise, you can see that Hero's just down a tiny little bit.
Here comes Hero once again. 172 supply against 170. The Vikings are going to make such short work of the Colossi. Storm's going down all over the army of Thorzain. And Hero amazingly looks like he's going to win this battle. I don't know how it's happening.
He didn't really. He did fine, but he didn't really win everything. There are a lot of Vikings right now. Thorzain, of course, is going to be careful with landing them. He doesn't want to lose all of them. And
a lot of useless Vikings. What are they going to do against this army? This base is going to be destroyed. Let's see, how did Hero win that fight so decisively?
A lot of units were low on HP. A lot of units were out of position. Hero's going to have to be careful. He's doing a fantastic amount of damage right now, but if he ends up losing all these units, man.
Thorzain is in huge trouble. He's down to 30 workers. His army is going to try to reposition coming around the back. There are a couple of High Templar waiting. Feedback on one ghost. Will we see a storm? Yes, we will. It's not a great storm, though.
It's kind of hard to drop a great storm. Oh, those ghosts.
Oh, that Archon says, no, sir. Here we go. One more storm, perhaps. No, great snipes by Thorzain. No Medivacs, not that many Zealots, single Archons trying to hold the line. I think Hero has won the game somehow. Zealot flank from behind. GG, well played.
Sick.
And Hero, I thought he was dead. Hero's like, no, I'm just going to win now.
It's so funny how Hero's like quite far behind, but just stays so calm, never really tries to feel like he has to do anything spectacular.
He was in such a weird position after the
all his expense were later.
First push, yeah.
Thorzain was in 2 base when Hero was in 1. Thorzain was in 3 base when Hero was in 2.
You know, I wonder if this is Thorzain's fault for being so
But it's hard,
passive.
But this is what I said with tanks. It is very hard to find the right moment to attack. But if you wait too long, then it's going to be very hard too. I think it might have been a mistake to go back. The moment he really wanted to attack with that big Warp Prism, he did save the engineering bay, but Hero got the time that he needed, and then Hero's army suddenly got so much stronger.
That's right.
Because he had way more High Templars and just way more gates, way more money.
Great play out of Liquid Hero. He's continuing to look very strong, maybe vying for a repeat performance of last year's Winter DreamHack event.
2-0 in best of 3s, 4-0 in map. That's one hell of a way to start.
Very impressive. One of the most impressive performances thus far of the tournament. Guys, we're going to take a very short break. We'll be back with more StarCraft from DreamHack Winter 2012. Kevin, why are you so happy?
Nothing. I'm just a happy person.
You're such a good observer.
That's why I'm smiling. I hate you so much.
All right, guys. We'll be right back.